First tonight, a major boost set to come on stream this fall for the country's tourism sector. The minister with responsibility says plans are in the works to accommodate 10 additional flights out of Canada. Plus, the race to the 2026 general election is heating up. The former MP for North Abaco says he's not impressed by the work being done by the governing party, and now he's vying to represent a constituency here in the capital. And then, our entertainment correspondent Danielle Miller has another hot spot to delight all of your senses, from great food to scenic views. She takes us inside Claudio's. The details for these stories and more as Our News Weekend starts now. This is Our News Weekend. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Megan Shepard. More good news on the way for the country's tourism sector this fall. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism Chester Cooper, along with a team of ministry officials in Canada this week on a mission trip to attract even more visitors to our shores. While there, Cooper announcing that Canadian-based Porter Airlines will soon add 10 new flights to the Bahamas.
Every day, 7 days a week from Toronto, 2 days out of Hamilton, 1 day out of Ottawa. This is great news for the Bahamas. This all begins around the end of November. Our mission in chief has been to create more opportunities for our guests to come to Nassau. Canadians love the Bahamas. We're seeing very strong demand. And now, instead of having 26 flights, we have 36 flights.
Cooper calling the additional flights truly exciting, explaining the expected boost to the local economy.
It's going to boost our stopovers. We are already doing great numbers in 2024 over 2023. We're 50% up. In 2025, we're maintaining those records. And I hope that out of Canada, we will see a market that continues to grow as a result of the great work that we've done here this week and that we will continue to do through the course of the next few weeks.
The team also met with executives from all of the airline partners currently servicing the country.
WestJet, Sunwing Vacations that service Grand Bahama, and of course Air Canada. All of these airlines are looking to see how they may ramp up service to the Bahamas. We want to ensure that as we service Nassau now and with a great number of flights that we are able to do so as well in Grand Bahama, Exuma, Eleuthera, and on the other islands. At the moment, we have Air Canada going to St. Salvador and Nassau. We hope that we are able to increase the network to ensure that all of our islands are really feeling the boost from Canada. We're excited about the possibilities from this market, and I'm excited to say that we have great partners with all of our airlines.
Our news team also asking the tourism minister about local capacity as it relates to local airports, particularly on the Family Islands. Cooper says he is confident in the scheduling work currently being done by the Nassau Airport Development Company and the Bahamas Air Navigation Services Authority.
We are, as you know, expanding, renovating 14 airports in the Bahamas. We've made these announcements. More recently, we've given an update during the budget debate. This contemplates the growth that we're going to see. We're also seeing a lot of new hotel inventory. This is going to help us to accommodate the growth that we are hoping that we will get. And the reality is, at the moment, we're not at full capacity. We can still accommodate more flights and more business. What we are doing this week is we are letting Canadians know that the Bahamas is not just one island, it's a lifetime of them.
The Free National Movement ratifying some 17 candidates for the next general election. Among them, former Member of Parliament for North Abaco, Darren Henfield, who will now be vying to represent the South Beach constituency. Henfield, however, not impressed with the progress made on the island of Abaco since the last general election of 2021, saying after making many promises, the Progressive Liberal Party has done very little. The PLP secured both seats in Abaco following the last election 4 years later, and Henfield says Abaconians are not impressed.
It was emotionally disturbing for people all across Abaco and Grand Bahama to have the twin impacts of Dorian and 6 months later, COVID. it impacted us. It impacted us tremendously. And so we all anticipated that a New Day administration would come into Abaco and begin to pick up those pieces that we left. We weren't able to fulfill in the aftermath of Hurricane Dorian. But we're still, where we are.
Communities throughout Abaco were badly damaged following Hurricane Dorian in 2019, leaving many homeless and forcing them to rebuild their lives. A hurricane shelter and community center was started under the former Minnis administration following that devastation, but to date is still not yet complete. Handfield recounted some of the projects started when he sat as MP.
They met all of the schools basically finished and ready to be opened post-COVID. We even assisted or approved the building of 2 new schools, one in Great Turkey and another one in central Abaco, which the current minister, I must say, helped us to open those schools when the government changed. And so, we built a bridge that reconnected Abaco, North Abaco, the Little Abaco, the Little Abaco Bridge.
Meantime, after losing to F&M Deputy Leader Shannon Don Cartwright, Economic Affairs Minister Michael Halkida says he's throwing his hat in the ring a second time for the St. Barnabas constituency for the Progressive Liberal Party. Driving through the area, you may have noticed that Halkidas has erected multiple flyers and billboards. He's also launching community programs in the area. He revealed his intentions this week.
I intend to seek the nomination for St. Barnabas in the upcoming election. As you know, I ran there last time. We lost by a narrow margin, but was not successful nonetheless. I continued to do work in the area, continued the engagement, continued the office presence.
The Progressive Liberal Party has yet to officially reveal their slate of candidates, but some sitting members of Parliament have revealed they will not be running again, while others remain undecided. Halkidas recounted some initiatives in the St. Barnabas community.
So, for example, last year for the first time, we had a summer sewing program where we had young children who are in school come and learn how to sew their own school uniforms. We had a graduation. That's a program that I was extremely proud of, and we're going to do it again this year. And we continue to advocate. We advocated very strongly with the Minister of Health to replace the old Coconut Grove Clinic with a new Coconut Grove Advanced Health Center. And so I've continued to work in the area.
Atlantis Paradise Island is doubling down on its commitment to its people, graduating 39 employees from a rigorous 10-week Rising Leaders program designed to build a new generation of skilled, confident leaders ready to shape the resort's future. Our Delvardo Emmanuel has the excitement and what it means for the team in this report.
Cheers and proud smiles filled the Atlantis Theater as 39 Atlantis Paradise Island employees officially graduated from the resort's Rising Leaders program. Resort President and Managing Director Audrey Oswell says after 10 weeks of tough but rewarding training, these graduates are ready to take on bigger roles and help shape the future of the resort.
The Rising Leaders program was designed with a clear and ambitious vision to identify, develop, and certify outstanding leaders among our team. It has been an intensive and demanding process, emphasizing experiential learning, practical application, and leadership mastery.
The program pushed participants out of their comfort zones with hands-on experience through in-person workshops, real-life assignments in their departments, and online learning. They even had to complete reflection journals and a final project. Some of them shared just how much the program changed their outlook.
It has been a phenomenal journey. This cohort has literally given us the blueprint to actually go out and pour into others to impact my team. It allows us to pivot with purpose.
Hopefully this allows me to apply for promotions once they come out. Hopefully it allows me to enter rooms that I have not been able to enter in the past. And hopefully it allows me to build a different level of self-confidence.
Meanwhile, CEO of the Nassau Paradise Island Promotion Board, Joy Jibaloo, reminded the graduates that this accomplishment is far from the end.
Don't treat this graduation as the finish line, because it's just the beginning. For many of you, this experience has sparked a true paradigm shift from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. And I hope that sounds familiar. You've stretched beyond what you thought you could do. And that shift, that's the foundation of transformation, not just in your career, but in your lives. So use what you've learned, apply it, share it, build with it, and most importantly, pass it on.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Delvado Emmanuel.
Thanks so much, Delvado. When Our News comes back from the break, celebrating exemplary service, outstanding employees of the Cable Bahamas family honored at the company's quarterly Epic Awards. Plus, a great time was had by all at the second annual Grand Bahama Food Truck Festival. We've got the recap of the exciting event when Our News Weekend returns. Well, it was that time again here at Cable Bahamas where we honor Cable top performers of the quarter. Yesterday, celebration of excellence consisting of a luxury ride, an energetic award ceremony, and a delicious lunch featuring a live band. That event was nothing short of epic. Our Danielle Miller has more.
The sound of cheering Cable Bahamas employees filling the ballroom of the British Colonial on Friday as the company's high achievers of the quarter were celebrated at the quarterly Epic Awards. The recognition ceremony was designed to celebrate those team members from 4 levels within the company that exemplify the core values of the corporation in grand style. Those 4 divisions: director, manager, supervisor, and staff of the quarter. The afternoon began with all nominees being transported to the venue in a luxury Sprinter. Once at the ceremony, nominees were highlighted with a video presentation of kind words by fellow employees. Then, with bated breath, the winner of each category was announced. Director of Human Resources for Cable Bahamas, Keisha Knowles, said winners are chosen using blind selection. This ensures a smooth and fair process.
Persons are not able to say, well, because of this name, this particular person won the Epic Award. It's a blind vote. And then they come to the Epic Awards, and then we choose who was our employee, supervisor, manager, and director of the quarter. Then they move on to our big finale.
At last year's epic finale, employees were awarded thousands in cash and exotic getaways. Knowles says that Cable Bahamas is a company dedicated to upholding this key core value.
One of our core values is that we believe in people. And if we believe in people, we have to show people that we believe in them. And that is the reason why we do it so big.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Danielle Miller.
All right, congratulations again to all of the nominees and winners. The second annual Grand Bahama Food Truck Festival officially in the history books and dubbed a huge success. Over 17 vendors offering unique flavors and experiences, coupled with live Bahamian music, making the event an enjoyable one for the entire family. Representatives from sponsor Lucaya Services Company say they are grateful to all that made the festival a memorable one.
We would like to thank you, Grand Bahama, for making this a success. We would thank all of those food trucks individuals who came out, who showed what they have to offer, and for the economy to continue to thrive right now. We want to say thanks to all of those sponsors along the way who assisted in making this festival possible.
Fun. People always say there's not a lot of things to do in Freeport, but we know that's no longer the truth. This is the second annual Food Truck Festival brought on by Bahamas Ministry of Tourism, and Lusco is so happy to be on board sponsoring this event for the second time on the beautiful Tino Beach.
The Ministry of Tourism spearheading the event once again this year, aiming to highlight local entrepreneurs while creating creating activities for locals and visitors to enjoy. Sestina Nixon of the People to People Department says they received positive feedback from tourists that attended.
We transported visitors from the various hotel properties out here to participate and enjoy the activities that we have on the island today. We have different types of food from different types of food trucks. And we also have a people-to-people booth here where we invite the guests to taste some of our native drinks that is homemade by Colette Williams. Today we have the fever grass, we have the sour sop tea, and we have the hibiscus.
These attendees shared their highlights of the event.
We had a good time. We're about to get some food right now.
Okay, what food do you have your eye on? What do you want to eat?
Some crock chicken, maybe some crock kong too.
You having a good time?
It's wonderful. So many vendors selling all different kinds of food, and lots of families out here with kids and events to do, and the band is great.
This is the first time I've been to the Bahamas, and we're having a good time. I really like this tea. It's lemongrass, and then they have the sour sop. But you'll have fun here if you come. The ocean is beautiful. People are kind.
Food selection.
The food selection is good. It's a lot of different kinds of food here. People are nice. The sun feels good.
Well, still to come on Our News Weekend. Good food, good vibes, and a great view. You can experience all of this and more at Atlantis' newest restaurant. Of course, our Danielle Miller did the taste test just for you. We'll get to that in just a bit, but first...
Coming up in sports, BJ Edgecombe heads to Summer League, a third decade of the Peace in the Streets Classic, and a summer of beach soccer for aspiring players. Welcome to our Sports Weekend, brought to you by 10th year seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. That's John Marknut. Let's do show. Philadelphia sports fans are well known for having a certain reputation. Well, next Friday, they're officially about to be joined by another group even more extreme and more unreasonable than they are. That's Bahamian sports fans. VJ Edgecombe and the Philadelphia 76ers will kick off their Summer League action July 5th at the John N. Huntsman Center in Utah. Their first matchup will be against the Utah Jazz on the 5th at 9 p.m. local time, followed by games on the 7th against the Oklahoma City Thunder and the 8th against the Memphis Grizzlies. Then it's on to Nevada for the 2K Summer League in Las Vegas, July 10th through 20th. Feel free to plan your independence celebrations around the watch party when the 76ers take on the San Antonio Spurs on July 10th at 10 p.m. Then they take on the Charlotte Hornets on the 12th, Washington Wizards on the 15th, and finally a matchup against the Dallas Mavericks and number 1 pick Cooper Flagg on the 16th.
Yeah, like you said, I've played against him. I know they've gotten better, I've gotten better. But I'm just looking forward to playing alongside my teammates. I'm not worried about the opponents or whoever's on the next team. I'm just happy to, meet new teammates, get to know everybody, and continue building relationships, and hopefully win the Summer League.
A mainstay of the local summer basketball circuit, the 30th Peace on the Streets Basketball Classic continues its mission, inspiring the youth to shoot hoops instead of guns. Last year's tournament featured 42 teams across 6 divisions participating from throughout the country. The tournament's divisions include the Under 13, Under 16, Under 20, Church Corporate, and the Open Division, which features a $2,500 cash prize. Games will begin at the Hope Center and culminate at the Kendall G. L. Isaacs Gymnasium on Sunday, July 20th with a family night. That night will feature all championship games, the Mr. Ship It 3-point shootout, the Joey's Takeaway Slam Dunk contest, and the Clergy's versus the Politicians game.
All the championship games, you're going to start at 13 and under, the 16 and under. They start at 4 o'clock promptly, and we're going to just move on up and have a good day.
The Bahamas Football Association is using the summer months to expose more student athletes to beach soccer. The organization will host a free beach soccer summer camp July 7th to August 1st at the Beach Soccer Stadium at the foot of the Sir Sidney Portier Bridge. The camp is open to both boys and girls aged 8 through 13 and runs weekday from 9 a.m. to noon. Participants can expect to be under the watchful eyes of certified coaches, including members of the national beach soccer teams, both ranked in the world's top 50. BFA Technical Director Bruce Swan says this initiative uses the sport to empower youth and strengthen community ties. That'll do it for our sports. This is 10YS. So how many NBA fan bases is that for us now? Like 5?
The Lakers, and that's it.
Speak for yourself. Back to the studio.
All right, thanks so much, guys. On the other side of this break, our meteorologist Ian McKenzie steps into the Weather Center. He's got the full overview of conditions across the country. Stick with us. Welcome back and thanks for sticking with us. Beautiful weather outside our studios earlier today. As to what you can expect for the remainder of the weekend, well, here's meteorologist Ian McKenzie with the answer. Ian.
Thanks, Megan, and good evening, Bahamas. Welcome to your Saturday evening forecast. Another lovely day across the country. We're under mostly cloudy skies right now with a temperature of 85. Feels like very muggy at 92. Winds are from the east-northeast at 9 miles per hour. Temperatures across the country at this time in our nation's second city, Freeport, we have 84s. That will continue straight down into Great Harbor Key. 83s across Marsh Harbor and Governor's Harbor. Trio of 85s in Allenstown, Nicholstown, and in the capital. Central Bahamas 85, continuing in Camps Bay, 84s across the Central Bahamas except Coburn Towns and Salvador coming in at 83. Southeast Bahamas 83, continuing in Duncan Town with 84s in Colonel Hills, Electric Bay, Abrahams Bay, and in Providenciales, 85, the hotspot in Matthew Town in Nagua. Satellite radar and imagery at this time. We have weak ridging across our area with few clouds. We do have a upper level spin across the just east of the Central Bahamas. This will trigger pockets of isolated activity across that area. Elsewhere, nothing much to talk about. Tracking the tropics as this time, tropics remain quiet. We only have one area that has about a 70% chance for possible development over the next 7 days, but that should be more on the eastern Pacific and out of the Atlantic basin. Boating forecasts across the northwest Bahamas, we're looking at winds southeasterly 10 to 15 knots, seas running 2 to 4 feet over the ocean, high tide at 11:14 p.m. tonight, low tide at 5:45 a.m. tomorrow morning. Central and southeast Bahamas, we're looking at winds slightly stronger. We have a caution in effect for you boaters. There is a risk of rip currents for you swimmers. Winds will be easterly at 15 to 20 knots, seas running 4 to 6 feet over the ocean. In your extended forecast, a bit of clouds hanging around tomorrow, uptick in moisture Monday through Tuesday, then clearing out. We have Saharan dust returning across our area into the weekend. Hazy, sunny conditions, stay hydrated. Those highs still up in the upper 80s, low 90s, with the lows upper 70s, low 80s. That's a wrap in the evening forecast. Make it a great, safe one night, everyone.
Thanks so much, Ian. Fresh seafood, seasonal favorites, and timeless island cocktails in a soulful and nautical setting. That's what's promised at the country's newest restaurant located on Paradise Island. Our Danielle Miller paid them a visit and has all of the eclectic details on Claudio's at Atlantis.
Atlantis Paradise Island recently opened a new restaurant that came in from New York City. We have our taste test for you and reviews of this amazing view. When it comes to restaurants, ambiance is one of the key factors which transforms a simple place to eat into a dining experience. And at Claudio's, the team at Atlantis kept this in mind. The establishment offers a panoramic view of the Water's Edge Lagoon at the Coral. As the sunlight illuminates the restaurant, it highlights the scenes of the village of Greenport, New York that are incorporated in the decor while also merging the joys of Bahamian culture, like this floating piece of sailboats. If you visit in the evening to unwind at the bar, the soothing blue hues and natural wood tones are enhanced, mimicking the spirit of the ocean. General Manager Danielle Carpio tells us more.
It's family, fun, and entertainment, you know, so every time that you come here, expect to have a good time, you know, enjoy yourself, whether it be the food, whether it be the ambiance, the wide variety of TVs and sports shows that we'll be playing.
Now that we've discussed Claudio's aura, it's time to focus on the main event, the menu.
If you're feeling like seafood or ribs or steak, you know, we kind of have it all.
And as for cocktails...
All right, now tell me, what is this? Because I never know what y'all giving me to drink.
All right, so this is the Coral Sands. It's very refreshing, very sweet, also fruity. It has the watermelon liquor in it. Very refreshing. It's very good.
So this is really good for the summer?
Yes, ma'am, definitely.
And it's really gonna get me nice?
Yes, very nice.
The team encourages you to drink responsibly and dine to your heart's content. Reporting for our news, I'm Danielle Miller.
Thanks so much for that, Danielle. And with that, we thank you for joining us for our News Weekend. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Megan Shepherd. Have a safe and wonderful evening. Hey guys, Megan Shepherd here. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to click that subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. Just click right over here. And don't forget to turn on your notifications so you stay up to date with content like this from the team you already trust.